Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to our Valentine's Day gift that you can do for a significant other. Save a little time and a little money and really have something from the heart that you can do for someone you care about. So we have a 3-course meal that we're going to do today. We're going to be cooking the main course, and I'll walk you through every step of that. Total time on this meal, time saver 30 minutes, all right, for a wonderful steak and shrimp dinner with a nice salad of mixed greens, assorted berries, sunflower seeds, goat cheese, and a raspberry vinaigrette. And we're going to finish with a decadent chocolate flourless cake with raspberry sauce and fresh raspberries. So let's get started with the entree. So the first thing you're going to work on is going to be your potatoes. Now we have these wonderful marble potatoes. Simple, easy, quick. That way they cook quick. You can roast them whole if you like, or you can cut them in half. The reason I like to cut them in half is because they like to roll around on the plate. So all we're going to do is just quickly take and cut our potatoes in half. And we want to start with the potatoes because the potatoes are going to take you probably 25 to 30 minutes in your oven. Depending on how crispy you like your potatoes, you can go higher if you want, and they'll cook a little crisper, probably 15, 20 minutes. Okay? So we have our potatoes cut, and then we're going to have a bowl, and we're going to keep this real simple. So if you would like, and you have some fresh herbs, you are more than welcome to put some fresh herbs in your potatoes. But we don't want to take away from the rest of the flavors that we're trying to develop. Okay? So we have some olive oil, just a little bit of olive oil, pinch of salt, pinch of pepper. All we're going to do is a quick stir. And then we have a foil-lined cookie tray. We're going to put the potatoes on the foil-lined cookie tray, and then they are going to go into the oven for, I would put them in your house, 375 for 25 minutes. Most people just take their asparagus and they just cut it straight across, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to take that little bit of extra step, and all we're going to do is we're going to lay our asparagus across our body, and we're going to cut at a 45-degree angle so that your asparagus comes to a point. It just makes that little bit more attractive on your plate, all right? That little bit of time shows that you carry just a little bit more, okay? We're going to take these then, and we're going to put them in our pan here. We have our olive oil. Take our olive oil, we're going to get some good olive oil, and we're going to get them with some salt, and we're going to get them with some pepper, and then we're going to be moving them to a rack. Now, if you don't have a rack at home, you can put them directly on your grill. I feel it's much easier for you to use a rack, be able to lay them on the rack. This way you can roll them around, you don't have to worry about them falling in between the grills. Okay? The next product we're going to be adding to our rack is our pesto marinated shrimp. We're going to send you the shrimp already pesto marinated, ready to go. So all you're going to be doing is laying your shrimp out. Okay. I like to use the same rack because they cook about the same amount of time. We're going to take those shrimp. We're going to get them with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and then we're ready to go to the grill. All right. So the next item we're going to be working on is for your fillet. So we want to have time to cook the fillet and let the fillet rest. That way we know it's done to your specific temperature that you're looking for. So we have a nice 5-ounce center cut fillet. Is what I'm going to give you. We're going to keep it very simple. We're going to do salt. We're going to do pepper. We're going to flip it over. We're going to do salt. Pepper again. Okay. And then we're going to be going to our grill. All right. So now we're at our grill. We got our grill really hot. We want our meat to be cooked on high temperature. Okay. So we're going to lay our fillet down. If you're looking at a clock, you're going to lay the fillet so that it's at 2 o'clock. Okay. We're going to give it 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're going to leave it on the same side and move it to 10 o'clock to get our marks. And then we'll flip it over and do the same on the other side. Okay, so now we're back at the grill, and we're going to be moving our steak. So we want from our 10 o'clock to our 2 o'clock. Now, while this is going on, we're going to get ready to put our shrimp and our asparagus on. Now, the shrimp and asparagus are going to go on our grill that is at more of a medium temperature. You don't want to cook shrimp at a high temperature. It tends to get it too rubbery, and you want to give it time to cook a little more evenly. Okay? So we've got our rack, and we're going to place our rack want to get a nice char on your asparagus. Adds a lot of flavor, a lot of color. Okay. Now, you're going to cook your steak to your desired temperature. What I prefer you would try to cook it to is a mid-rare. That way you're going to get the best flavor you can. Now, we're ready for our first flip, so we're going to take that steak and we're going to flip it now. You'll see you got nice marks at 10 and 2 on there. We got a good sear around the outside from a really hot grill. Right? Now we're worried about our timing. Everything's coming out. So potatoes are cooking, you got your steak going, shrimp's going, all right? You got asparagus going, and now you're ready to get everything moving all in one direction. Okay. I like to spin the rack around. That way the tips of the asparagus can be moved to a cooler part of the grill, while the larger part, which is the lower part of the asparagus, the stem end, is at the hotter part. So good, even cooking on those. Keep an eye on our shrimp. What we're looking for on the shrimp starts translucent, and we're going to be looking for it to get more white. So you're just looking around the edge, watching the tips of the tails. They'll start to go from a clear color to an orange to signify as it's cooking. You only want to have to flip the shrimp twice. One time, checking it, finishing it up, and put it back onto the plate. Okay? The steak's doing really nice. We only have one more mark on the steak, and then we're going to put the steak ready to rest after that. All right. So that side of the shrimp is done. Okay. Nice little bit of color there. Okay. And our filet is ready for its last mark. So we're going from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock for the last time, and then it will be ready to come off. Okay. So everything is in its final minutes now. Okay. So we have taken our filet off, and we've placed it on our cutting board. We're just going to cover it lightly. Just give it some time to rest. Okay. We're getting ready to pull off our shrimp and our asparagus and our potatoes. Are ready to go. Okay, so we have a nice color on our asparagus. Shrimp's fully cooked. Potatoes are nice and golden. The filet is resting. So we're going to get ready to assemble it. Okay, so now we are ready to assemble our plate. Okay, we are going to send you the garlic herb butter ready to go. I suggest that you pull it out about the time you get ready to start the meal. That way you're not putting ice cold butter on top of your steak because you don't want to cool down that steak. Okay. For the base of the plate, we're going to start with the asparagus. I'm going to stay right down the middle with the asparagus. And then take our filet. He's going to go right on top. All right. We've got our potatoes. And now the shrimp. So I like to use one shrimp for a base. Okay. And then I like to take two of the shrimp and I like to hinge them together. Okay. So you just take them and hook them like so. And then you can set them on the base. Okay. For presentation. And then we're going to finish with our butter that we're going to send you. And that's how we finish our meal.